When she finishes something, she finishes it, and I'm going to say this how it's going to sound, so forgive me for how this is going to sound, but she does it like a woman. Men can't do that. There are some things we just aren't that good at. When it comes to finish, women have it. They know how to do it. Sensory, it's touch, it's all of that. It's patience. It's just they're better at it. Here's what people look for in finishes. People look for something that is easy to apply. Okay, not a complicated, that it's got to be easy to apply. That's the number one thing people look for. They want it to be available. It's mad how people will go to another finish because the one that they look for wasn't available. That's how promiscuous people are with finishes. Do you have this? No. What do you have that's similar? This. I'll take that. And they compromise their whole product or their whole project because they can't get it. So it must be available. And now, more than ever, people are concerned with keeping the thing that they're putting it onto, the wood, the timber, the whatever it is, looking as natural as possible. The world is changing. If you look back 20, 30 years ago, the finishes that were available were all kind of solvent-based, oil-based finish. Those were like the heroes. Those were the guys that and would make the grain pop, and it would make stuff look richer, and it would make oak go a little bit darker, even slightly yellow maybe, and it would look old and antique and all of that stuff. That's out the window. That's gone. People now are all about finishes that are natural. And natural in every sense. Natural in that it looks natural, natural in that it is natural, that you can eat off it, that it's food safe, that it's got low VOCs, that it's got all of the stuff, like the natural finishes. If you buy anything that is a finish, I'll bet you anything you like that the word natural appears on the tin somewhere. It's just, that's the word. It has to be natural. Those are the top three things. It's got to be natural. It's got to be easy to apply, and it's got to be available. Nothing worse than you'd run out of a finish halfway through a project and you go back to get some and you can't. It'll drive you spare. Because why? Because now you can't go and mix finishes. You can't take half of this and half of that. You've got to stick with what you've started with. So you either buy enough and you have some left over, or you get it just perfect, but you go back and the people that you bought it from don't have any more stock. It's enough to just drive you crazy. I mean, like, it's mad. That's what people look for. Those three things in a finish. It's that simple. When Lisa says, let's try something, it's not like send me one and I'll rub it on a piece of wood and go, oh, that's great, I'll order some. She'll torture it. She'll interrogate it. She'll put it in a chair, put lights on the thing and interrogate it until she knows exactly where this product comes from, what it can do, what it can't do. And she'll break it. That's what she does. So she'll do brush outs. She'll do on different materials. We'll try a thing. We'll leave it in the sun for a week. We'll do all of those things to make sure that we know what we're talking about. I'm making furniture, or I'm putting finish on furniture, not because I want it to look good, which of course I do, but I also want to make sure it doesn't come back to me. I don't like the shape is the easy problem to fix. I don't like the finish is a hard problem. You know, you have to re-sand something right down to raw and start again, and that takes serious time. That's a real pain in the backside to redo something. I mean, that's where Lisa is. She's just genius. When somebody does work for her on the finishing, like if she was here all day, all we would be doing is sanding and finishing, because nothing would get out the door because it wouldn't be perfect enough. I have to be okay with 99.9%. Lisa isn't. It's got to be 100%. Here's the very best thing about finishes is that you can try them. You're not committed. You can try it on a piece of wood. You can see what it does. You can try it.